Hello again, this is Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Chaos Engine. This is bonus episode 3. This time we're going to be showing you, I think it was the Navi. Yeah, the Navi and the scientist. Yeah. You've seen the scientist before, but oh well. You'll just have to enjoy it. Now, the Navi, well, Navi is, as I said before, the heavy character, one of the heavy characters, as the other one's the thug. His attack, main attack, which is the cannon, is one of the powerful ones. It later on, you'll see, gets a lot of spread when it upgrades. And generally, well, yeah, as a heavy, he's tough, slow, but very powerful attacking. And has the main flaw of that his special powers are very damaging. Very quite damaging. But that's about it. I mean, his first one, which I'll just demonstrate in a bit, is dynamite, which I'll talk about it when it gets there, but yeah, he's one of the easy options, I would say. I mean, the lack of speed makes it a little harder later on when you face the final boss, but ultimately, you don't need that much speed if you've got enough powerful attacks as he does. You can just sort of tough your way through the entire thing. Now, as you can see, unlike the gentleman's attacks, his attacks, although powerful, do not, at least don't seem to, go through targets. I mean, his gentleman's ones were weak, but they travelled through multiple enemies, which is a very handy thing to do, especially against hordes of very strong stuff. But then again, well, with enough power, you can just pretty much mow through them anyway. And with his special power, which you'll see soon, yeah, well, actually, you've seen an example already, but you know. Yeah, also, obviously the dynamite is a thrown one. Unlike here, where it just explodes. When it's thrown, I think you'll see, but it moves forward, like so, I think. Yeah, here we go, and then it explodes. A bit of a waste, but it took out one of those things, and yeah, it's usable for, as I think I showed previously in an older one, activating things like nodes and such far away. And yeah, here we are in Second World. We've fully upgraded everything. Now, there's a certain cheat which gets you this. Not that I would want to cheat the game, but yeah, this is what is that's what everything is fully upgraded for. Purely to show you everything really quickly. Otherwise, I have to go for everything, and it gets a bit tedious. So I won't let these. Now, here's an interesting part. You can do something easy by just doing, you know, here and bam. Oh wait, that didn't quite work. But he has got super shot, so shot burst. Yes, shot burst, right. That's his second special power, shot burst. It's, of course, better than the gentleman's shot burst, not brigand's shot burst, because obviously it's using a fully upgraded his attack on all sides, which is handy, actually. Still, yeah, the also don't show some of the talents ones. I mean, the shield is the shield is the shield. You just run into stuff, which is that is an extremely handy special power, especially in the last fight. Of course, I didn't use it last time because I couldn't afford it by then. Oh well. Anyway, there's not much to say about the memory. Like, he's a tough contender. He's one of the easier ones. He costs the most, which I guess is a disadvantage. Not much of one. I mean, the extra 500 gets you. I think it's extra 500. Yeah, extra 500 gets you. If you bought the cheapest one, gets you an extra life at best. I mean, it's handy to have a little upgrades, but frankly, with the game is saturated with power-ups and various things, which you don't have to be conservative with your stuff eventually. As usual before, I mean, I didn't need to do a lot of this stuff. Yeah, and also good for handy taking out stuff downstairs if you really need to. As you see, well, yes, it hits a target. It does not just blow up the screen; it just destroys the target, which I guess is a way to make it useful. Casually, it's harder to test against more powerful enemies, but I assume it doesn't scale that much. I mean, it'll probably destroy several things, but I think it destroys a maximum of something or other. Not much to do, but he's only got two special powers, shot burst and dynamite, which is again the point. The heavies all have about two special powers, and they're both damaging in some way. Like I said, shot burst is obviously good for all surround attacks, especially if you're being ambushed, and the dynamite is good for anything really. but the dynamite takes a while to fire off. It destroys most of the screen, but you have to use it beforehand, otherwise it may be too late for you and you'd die by then. Not much else to say. I could start reciting how to ask for another beer, please, in more languages, but I fear that since there's such a saturation of Americans on the site, that if I do so, you'll end up knowing too much, and in that case, you may become a threat to everyone. Me being able to ask for a beer, another beer, please, in any country in the world, is power that only few are trusted to wield. So you just have to use the rest I've said and the previous ones I said, and try to extrapolate from there or something like that. Anyway, that was a shortish update. Next time I'll probably do another one if time permits. Yeah. That was Attila. This was Let's Play the Chaos Engine. This was bonus 3. Let's Play the Navi. Good night.